For daily Ask Reddit. r/Ask Reddit. Serious people who once lacked motivation, but are now successful. What changed? If you enjoy the video, drop a like and subscribe so you never miss a video. Seeing others become successful, so I said, why can't that be me? This has propelled me in my career. I'm not particularly ambitious, but I see others getting promoted and think I'm pretty sure I'm smarter than them, and then feel like I should get a promotion too. Same here. I dropped out of university in 2011 because I didn't really know what I wanted to do, and aimlessly pursuing a degree was demotivating. I struggled and thought I was too stupid to be there. One of my good friends decided to go for his bachelor's degree a couple of years later and asked me to review his essays. I love him, but bless his heart, those essays were riddled with grammar/spelling mistakes. When he graduated, I was stoked for him, but also came to the realization that, if he could do it, I had absolutely no excuse. I graduate this December, and have a nearly 4.0 GPA so far. Someone I greatly admire once said, "Motivation doesn't factor much into my life. Motivation comes and goes. If you lived by motivation you would accomplish little, or you would accomplish a wave every now and again. My life is run by discipline. Even when it's hard. Even when it's easy. I dedicate myself to discipline. Don't chase the little gremlin that is motivation. It runs too fast. Slowly climb the mountain that is discipline. You owe it to yourself." I seriously attribute my success to that mindset. Realizing no one else has their shit together either, and if I just show up I'll be ahead of the pack. Analysis paralysis is a killer. I've never heard that term, but definitely know what you're talking about. It's a common term in the psychology of athletes. If they think too much it causes paralysis by analysis, and can't execute the action they need. If you want to trash talk you should point out little details in their execution, which will bring attention to it. Mine is a two-part answer. First, I found something I actually like doing, and not just something other people wanted me to do. Secondly, I got into depressants and therapy. Bam. Functional human being. Now I have a bachelor's degree, and working on my postgrad. Damn, you're the second person to say therapy. I've been avoiding therapy at the VAP, but I might need to go it seems. Don't fear therapy. It's got some stigma attached, but if you get a good therapist it will help a lot. They won't fix your problems. They will listen and give you some pro tips on how you can fix your problems. If you get a therapist that is not helping, don't quit therapy. Just look for a more compatible therapist. My mental health. I was severely depressed throughout primary school and most of college. Graduated high school with a 2.5 GPA and then nearly failed out of college twice. When I could find any motivation at all I performed well, but most of the time I was suicidal and just couldn't make myself care about anything. I was finally allowed to see a therapist starting around 20 years old, and by my 5th year of college I'd become a 4.0 student. Went into a very competitive graduate school a few years later and graduated top of my class while being the only student working full time. I've excelled and been promoted in every job I've had since then. Motivation finds you is actually the last thing that finds you, unless you already have it. Been through a downward spiral, incurred loss after loss, topped with an irrecoverable loss, not financial. Thought I'd hit rock bottom on several occasions, yet lastly found out that rock bottom has a basement. When you literally have nothing left, you flip a coin to see whether you're throwing the towel in or climbing out of the shithole you find yourself in. This is when motivation shows up. To stay. As someone who recently got out of a 7-year funk, here's a big thing I've learned. People are like cars, they need fuel, not just food, but also other needs, like emotional support. As we go through life, we basically are running on fumes, because our parents/teachers/friends tell us we are not good enough, and not deserving of emotional resources. But if we can recognize that we have needs that aren't being met, we can find ways to get those needs met. And once that emotional hunger has been sated and our tank is full, motivation comes with it. For me, I found that there were some needs I had buried deep. Uncovering them and addressing them has totally changed my life. It's only been a few days that I've been like this, and I'll probably have another slump in the future, but this was a big breakthrough for me.